From an Egyptian hospital bed, Palestinian Tamer Ossama Salem al-Hafy recalls his ordeal in Gaza, where Israel accused him of being a terrorist. A paramedic at the Indonesian hospital in northern Gaza, al-Hafy said he was shot below the knee by Israeli forces as he helped the injured onto stretchers after an Israeli airstrike last November. He briefly became a patient there, but when the hospital came under attack, his father carried him across his back, heading for another medical centre. But soldiers at an Israeli military checkpoint accused al-Hafy of being a terrorist. He says they held him in a prison tent for 35 days before releasing him without charge. He says he was beaten and humiliated and did not receive medical care, and that he was blindfolded and cuffed by his arms and legs to a bed in the tent the whole time.
The whole time I was in prison, the blindfold was not taken off my eyes at all, except on interrogation days. During interrogation, they would uncover my eyes and put it back on after. I didn't see the sun until I was released from prison. Food was once every 3 to 4 days. It was a pack of liquid vitamins. In the morning they would wake you up to drink, and the same at night. They'd put a straw in my mouth, you take a little, and then he says, "That's it, enough." Circumstances no one knows about but God.
Israeli authorities did not respond to a request for comment on al-Hafy's account, and Reuters could not independently verify it. But it is consistent with those of other Palestinians who've been detained by Israel, like these men, and with statements by human rights groups on alleged abuse and mistreatment. Israel's military has said allegations of abuse against Palestinian detainees were being investigated. Al-Hafy is being treated in an Emirati-run hospital on a cargo ship docked in Egypt, where he longs to return to the wife and 4 children he hasn't seen since November. On release, he says he was dumped in southern Gaza and had to crawl for a couple of miles. He was treated in 4 different Gaza hospitals, then suffered from a blood clot on his lung and fell into a coma, he says. When he awoke some 25 days later, he had lost sight in his right eye. Al-Hafy believes that being a medic made him a target.
They already hated the medical crew. They'd humiliate us only because of the tag medical personnel, without any charge. The words medical personnel and working at a hospital, that was enough for them to treat you as suspects.
Israel's military has accused fighters from Hamas and Islamic Jihad of hiding in hospitals and using human shields, allegations they deny. The military also says it has captured fighters in medical facilities. It has said detainees are treated in accordance with international law.